What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're going to love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
Recording on a Monday always throw me off.
Well, because you think it's a Tuesday, and then you fight with yourself, and you're like, it's not a Tuesday, it's a Monday, and it's a whole mess. Yes, well, you're moping back there like a.
She is?
Look at that. You'd think she's like depressed.
You think she's being tortured being in that room with you.
You know, she's got like two of her favorite toys, and she's with me, which is like normally the number one culprit is when she's not with me.
She's still tired from yesterday? Did she really pass out as soon as you got...
Katie, I swear to God, So normally when we come home from walks, she is... And she just opened up the door, and now she's all perked up again. Normally when we come home from walks and being out and everything, she's still pretty, like, frantic and gassed up and everything. And she pulls a little bit when you come in the door, but it's normally most of the time to get to her water bowl. And we'd open the door, and I was like going in super slow because I was like, Andrew's still asleep, so I was like, I don't want to wake her up. And then literally she like runs in. I get her to the kitchen. I get the leash off, and she runs to the couch, jumps up on the couch, and then just flops to the side and is just like done.
Ow.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, you're gassed. And I was like,
no, the video you sent me of the like lap one turn one, like she was out.
She was out. Yeah. Hey, come here. Yeah, she was exhausted. She was so tired. And I said I was gonna take her for a walk when we got home, but I was like, I'm not gonna take her for a walk. Like, there's no need to. So
I mean, she was pretty nonstop at Mom and Dad. So. Yeah.
But on that note, welcome everyone to another episode of the Underground Circuit podcast.
I can hear.
And Ange coming to get her. Thank you. Welcome to another episode of the Underground Circuit podcast. My name is Owen. That is my sister Casey. We got a good episode for Maggie's left. Maggie's no longer with us for this episode. She was digging at the door for a little bit, so yeah, we let her out. Good episode today for everybody. We got Mexico GP recap, which was very exciting, very fun race to watch.
It was intense.
Not a lot of news. Not really any news, honestly.
No.
It was a quiet week, so we can kind of really just skip that.
Go right into the recap.
Yeah, as always, starting off with the meme of the week. But before we get into any of that, please make sure to go follow us over on our social medias. That is at Underground Circuit _ on Instagram and Threads, at UG Circuit Pod over on X, and Underground _ Circuit over on TikTok. Please make sure to go follow us over there. We're posting all the time. It's going crazy. Threads may have just saved our profile today on Threads with ghost posts that disappear after 24 hours. So it's like all the live race updates will no longer be like on our main feed.
No, I don't know if I like it because one, not everyone has it yet. And then two, if anyone replies, it goes into a DM.
It does go right to your DMs, which is weird, which is a weird thing. Which, like, you would think that there would be a way that they could make it so that it comments on the post. But, like, the original poster can see everybody's comments, but only that the specific person who commented can only see replies to their post, or, like, your reply to their post, or just their post with your post. So, different ways it could have been done. But, yes, like I said, we're posting all the time, live race updates, funny, dumb skits. Whatever it is, breaking news.
Whatever's happening.
Yeah, whatever's happening in the world of Formula One. So make sure to go follow us over there. But yes, now we will jump right into our meme of the week.
Meme of the week. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So if anybody watched the beginning of the race yesterday, which was tough to watch, or not tough to watch, tough to miss, is what I'm trying to say.
There was like 8 laps.
Yeah. So there was the 4 wide going into turn 1, and this is a video overlaid from like a rally race. where they have the spotter giving the directions to the driver to turn, like when to turn and everything, but it's from Max's POV of turn 1. And then it does cut to somebody else's POV. I don't know who it is specifically. That's Lando or Oscar at Coda. That was one of them. It's just like, it's crazy, but I found it funny just because the view was overlaid. But
not like that. Well,
some chaotic races recently.
You could make it look like, because like the guy with the clipboard with the notes, like I feel like that could be like the FIA taking all those incidents.
Oh my god, taking all the penalties down. Yeah.
And then Max did say in the cooldown room, he was like, I felt like I was rally driving. Like he said that in the cooldown room. So
I mean, he did it.
He was. Yeah. My meme of the week was from pre-race. My favorite person on the grid, Isaac Hadjar. Obviously, if you didn't watch the Drivers Parade, which if you don't know, they only show it on Instagram Live, maybe TikTok Live, and on Twitter. They broadcast it live. So this past couple weeks, it's been individual cars. So this time it was 2 drivers for each team in one car. But they have dancers. And Isaac's going out to get into his car. And immediately stops and just starts dancing with the people. It's so funny. He's just like...
He's vibing. He's having a great time.
He just goes with the flow, man, I feel like.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's just... I feel like that is Isaac Hadjar in a nutshell, that video. So, yeah, that was mine. As soon as I saw it, I was like, thank God I got a screen recording of that one.
Oh, yeah.
Because... that one's blown up. I posted it on Threads. That one's blown up. Over 100 people have reposted it. But, yes. That was our meme of the week. Like Owen said, I don't really think there was weekly news. We can jump right in to Pints and Pit Stops. I will say the one thing I did see, it's not really weekly news, but, did you see that apparently Pato was in FP1? Obviously, we had all the rookies in FP1. And Pato had, like, the food poisoning. He had to go, like, to the hospital after or something.
Really?
He had to go to the doctor. Yeah, he was super sick. But luckily, he is sponsored by Electrolyte, so he was posting with electrolytes, and I was like, that's not kind of... On one hand, you're sick. On the other hand, you're posting with your sponsor. So...
I mean, that works. That works. I did not see that he was sick.
I didn't see it until Saturday morning, and I was like, "Oh, how did I miss that?" But yeah. So, Pints and Pit Stops. We'll just get right into it.
Pit Stops. Let me.
I'm nervous. I think I'll be okay, but
you'll be fine. You should be fine. I've said that before, and you've done pretty poorly. Not to be like a shot at you, but more of a shot at me, saying like, "Oh, I think I made this well," and then
did I do that?
And then it was poor. But
last one was your week. What was your word?
Yeah, last one was tough for me. So it's nice that I'm quizzing you. If you're new here, first of all, thank you for joining. Second of all, Pints and Pit Stops is our trivia game that we play following any race. We quiz each other. It's 5 questions, rapid fire. We go back and forth quizzing each other. We don't tell each other the answer in the moment, but we go on to the next question. For every question right is a second off of your time. For every question wrong, it's a second added on to your time. That's the game. Are you ready?
Yep. I think so.
As always, I will read the first question and then start the timer when the first question ends.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
How many positions did Oscar Piastri drop off the start?
4.
What did Lewis get a 10-second penalty for?
Oh, I don't even know. For leaving and gaining in a position on the track, I think that's wrong.
Where did Ollie start the race?
P8.
What did Carlos Sainz get a penalty for?
Speeding in the pit lane. You got 2.
What car did George Russell have up his ass?
Oscar Piastri.
I had to toss that in there. All right, so your gross time is a 27:35, and you actually did better than I think you think you did.
There was the lowest one. Like there were so many things happening at that moment. I
Yeah.
Still don't
So
know.
how many positions did Oscar Piastri lose off the start of the race? It was 4. You were correct in that area. What did Lewis get a 10-second time penalty for? You are correct. It was leaving the track and gaining an advantage.
Okay.
Yes, that was what the penalty was for, technically. Where did Ollie Behrman start the race? 9th. You were correct.
Oh, no, you said
no.
I
said
said
P8. You said P8. That's right. Okay, so one wrong.
off.
What did Carlos Sainz get a penalty for? Speeding in the pit lane, which is like, we'll talk about this more, but like an unfortunate incident. He like didn't really have any control over it. And then what car did George Russell have up his ass? I wrote McLaren. You said Oscar Piastri. So I'm going to give you 2 for that because you gave me the driver and the team by
Well, it wasn't
assumption.
Lando. He was 25 seconds ahead. So.
Right. So your final time, so it was a 27:35. You've got 5 questions right and 1 question wrong. It was Casey. So your final time, sorry, it's opening it up for me. Thank you. A 23:35, bringing your average time to a 21:74.
I'm never beating that best time.
You were still beating me, though, in average times, in terms of average times.
Yeah, but my best time was, I think that was the one you said, you just had me list the 5 drivers who retired out of the Indy 500.
Yes.
Correct. I think that was that one.
And you nailed it within seconds.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Well, when I was doing when I was rewatching the race, and I was like, all right, it went Liam, Nico, Alonso for the drivers that retired out of the race. And I guess Carlos was down at the end. But yes, Mexico recap, as always, brought to you by Furious Motorsport. Code is at the bottom of the screen, Underground 10, spelled the same way as the show. But shop directly from the link in our bio because the code gets added directly.
Yes.
You've seen Owen and I wear our jerseys that we have. We love them. Can't say good things about them. But yes. Moving on. Mexico.
Mexico.
Well, you want to... Okay, wait. First, we'll start with this first. I asked people today if they could describe Mexico GP with one word.
Okay. Oh, I like that. Okay.
So we got 16 replies. Someone said overwhelming. Someone just said OMG.
Okay, that's technically 3 words, but sure.
Well, yes. Posted OMG.
Fine.
Yeah. What with a question mark and exclamation point, which I think is pretty.
That's reasonable. Good. Yeah, that's good.
Unfair, unexpected, chaotic, disappointing, awesome, fiesta, aggressive, rocky, rigged, chaos, and stunning. That's what we got.
Wow. That's a good...
We're all over the place with those.
Yeah, that is a really good...
Yep.
Like summary, honestly. Because that's like everybody's different...
Yeah, that's I feel like... Yeah. I feel like you can tell like what people posted, who they were a fan of.
Oh, yeah, you're going to do, I heard rigged in there. If I had to take a stab at that, I would say a MaxVerstappen fan pissed off about the VSC at the end.
Yeah, or I can also see rigged and unfair for Lewis. I know Lewis fans are very, very pissed off about the penalty he got. I can also see people saying unfair with Carlos and the penalties he got, because I do think that was out of his control.
Yeah.
Based on what you find out after the race. But yeah, I think OMG is such a good one because it was watching, especially if I had to describe the first 6 laps of the race, it was overwhelming in OMG because I literally could not keep up.
You literally texted me. We had said before the race started that we were going to film our reactions to, first turn, first lap.
Yeah.
And then you had texted me after the 6 laps and you were like, we should have filmed the first 6 laps. Like,
yeah. Just
everything that occurred and went down and and then it was the penalties being handed out and everything. And it was like, holy shit. Like.
Yeah. FIA was busy at the start.
Yeah, they were.
Very busy.
I got to say though, man, I forgot how much fun it is to watch Mexico because there's that long dive, just the long run down until turn 1. And then honestly, it just builds up so much momentum of just like what's gonna happen at that turn because they're going for so long. It's just like,
well,
what the hell is gonna happen once they get there?
I feel like it's such a long straight, and then I'm gonna open it up so I can. Where's my track thing?
I mean, it's such a long straight.
It's such a long
Yeah.
opening. It's such a long straight, but then the turn comes out of freaking nowhere, so they have to brake so hard for 3 turns in a row, and then go.
And I love
another decent long straight.
I love that turn 1 into turn 2 presents an opportunity for an overtake immediately because if you are on the outside of turn 1, then you can cut into the inside of turn 2, and it's like if you can play that so well, you can get a beautiful overtake out of it. Like it just makes it look so much fun to be a part of.
This section, I mean, stadium section's just...
Stadium section's crazy, man.
That is a bucket list spot. If I went to Mexico and I had choices where to sit, stadium section.
It would be so weird because it's like, I'm used to like stadiums, obviously like Citizens Bank Park and Wells Fargo or Xfinity Mobile Arena, you know, stuff like that. Like, and it's like, I feel like I would get the same feeling in that stadium section, which I think is, you know, obviously the point, but it's like being able to sit in there and then watch those cars drive by, and I'm just like, wow, like that's like incredible. Like,
well, like, and I even saw people, I think where you want to sit in the stadium section is all the way up.
I'm sure.
There's like, one of our followers in Threads, she was there, she posted photos, and like, if you're high up, you see them come in and you see them leave. Like, where you're sitting in the stadium section, you just see so much. You can see so much action. It's not the spot where you're going to see them overtake, maybe because the cars are so big and it is right there. But
I'd be curious to see if that becomes a good spot in 2026.
I know. Well, it's even like when they go through the 2 stands.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's so cool. I want to know just how loud the cars are there. Because it's not fully closed in, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's pretty closed in, especially towards that one end. I would love to know, like,
the sound doesn't just get...
I think the crowd is so loud down there, so it's like, do the cars automatically, like, sound much louder? But
well, I want to know, do you know how many people sit in those stands in total? Do you know the number?
Did you just look it up?
No, I know a number in my head that I'm going to compare it to, because like what I'm trying to say is they put a graphic up before the race started that there was 400,000 people in attendance there that weekend, and I was just like astounded at that number alone. But I was like, I wonder how much of a percentage of those people are in the stadium seats. Like how much do they sit?
All right, I looked it up. How many do you think?
How many do I think?
Yeah.
I have like 30,000 in my head.
Yeah, it says it can hold more from like 30 to 40 up to 50,000 people, it says.
That's crazy. So let's say it's 40,000 people.
Spot.
Let's say it's 40,000 people. That's 10% of the entire weekend's attendance just in that one area.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Kind of compare it to what I said this all weekend, watching the race, and we'll get into talking about the race specifically in a second, but this is all we're talking about today, so...
I mean, yeah.
The way the stands work at that race, how close they are to the track. Like, they're going down the start-finish rate. Obviously, haven't been there yet, but, like, if we go to Canada next year, that's the grandstands in Canada. Like, the start-finish straight, the grandstands in Canada are so close. When you stand up, if everyone stands up, you can't see the car up against
that's crazy.
The fan side of the track. That's how close they are. But the only way I can say it, like, because that's, like, you're saying, like, 10% of the entire crowd is sitting in that stadium section. That's, like, the hairpin turn in Canada. Because there's so many grandstands over there, and they're huge.
Oh, yeah.
That's where like... And where we sat race day in the GA, we weren't far from the hairpin turn. Like, we were on that straight coming down the finish line. When you knew they were coming because the crowd roar was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's what watching Mexico is like. The way the seats are, it reminds me of Canada so much.
Yeah. So just to put this in perspective for you, because you'll get this, Wells Fargo Center holds 21,000 people. So that stadium
double?
section is almost double the size of Wells Fargo Center.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like, let me do, because I did Lincoln Financial, so Lincoln Financial holds,
No, when you think about it, it's Citizens Bank. Sometimes Citizens Bank, they say there's over 30 because you have standing room only, so you have more people that can be in there.
So Citizens Bank holds 42,901 people. So, like, it's about the size of Citizens Bank Park in Mexico, just in that one portion of the track.
Spot.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild. And I love that they do the podium there. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah, it just makes,
Why would you do it anywhere else?
Right. That's your landmark of your track. Why would you not do it there?
Yeah, it just makes sense to do it there. It's like Monza being over the crowd. Like, it just makes sense to do the podium right there. But yes, race. Who do you want to start with?
Just knock off a couple of bad ones.
Do the couple. Yeah.
Alpine, nothing.
They've been nothing. I was ready to post something funny and be like, "Are we gonna fight for the end of their leaderboard again?"
Alpine, nothing. Stake, nothing. Nico Hulkenberg retired.
No, Gabby was P10.
Oh, Gabby was P10. I'm sorry, I lied. Nothing for them. And I'm trying to think. There was one other team that I was like, we can literally just like knock them off real fast. It wasn't Williams because Carlos had the issue.
Aston Martin.
Aston Martin, thank you. So Lance Stroll is running. He spins out. He's at the back of the field.
Yeah.
They do nothing. And then later on in the race, that honestly, I only knew that this happened because Christian had sent it to me. Fernando Alonso was told to swap positions with Lance Stroll. And then after he did it, he pulled into the pits and just got out of the car and walked away.
No, I saw this today from his onboard. When he pulls in, no one from the team is there in the pit box.
Yeah, no, it's not like pit crew is like ready to receive him or anything. There's nobody there to get him. He literally just pulls in, puts the car in park, and gets up and walks out.
Yeah. He probably can't literally wait to drive an Adrian Newey car next year. He cannot wait. He's had some bad luck in the past few races. This season has sucked for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw it today, but you're like, apparently he just was told to swap and he let Lance by and then pulled into the pit.
That's why, like I said, I had no idea that it happened, and Christian had sent me a tweet and he was like, "This is fucking hilarious." And I watched it and I'm like, oh my god, he literally, like I said, he just gets out and walks away. And it's like, there's no radio messages, there's no nothing. No. It's just into the pits, nobody there to receive him, get out of the car, walk away.
Honestly, that's a very Alonso thing to do. If anyone would do it, it would be him. I saw
he's got the history that he can do that.
Yeah, he can be a diva on track. He could raise some of the rookies with their age difference, so I think he's okay. But yeah, other than that, everyone else.
Another team that
Racing Bulls had no points either.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go next. The only kind of moment for Racing Bulls, and this is kind of like up in the air still, is Liam almost hitting Marshalls on the track, which I don't blame Liam's fault, really. It wasn't Liam's fault. I think it was a confusion between track marshals and where the cars were and everything, and Liam kind of came around. I think it was at turn 1. And it was when he came, because he pitted pretty early. Coming out of the pits, right? Yeah. Front wing came out, and they were crossing the track. So FIA did release a statement. Chris Medlin posted it yesterday, saying as soon as it became apparent that Lawson had pitted, the instructions to dispatch marshals were rescinded, and a double yellow flag was shown in that area. We are still investigating what occurred at that point. So based on the FIA's statement, no one should have been crossing the track. So it sounds okay. So to me, that sounds like, hey, we followed the correct procedure. Like, once we learned where Liam was, and then
just what the hell were the marshals doing? It was just
poor timing, and maybe the marshals just got the word a little too late that the order had been rescinded, and then at that point, it's like it reminds me of almost like a situation where it's like you come up on a yellow light, and it's like you're not too close to like be guaranteed to go through, but you're also too far away. Like you're like, I don't want to slam on my brake. Like, I can't gun it. You know, like, so weird situation. But I mean, bottom line, I'm glad those people are okay. I'm glad Liam is fine.
Yeah,
You
did
know,
you
it
hear
could have
Liam's
been.
radio?
Oh yeah, he was like.
He was like, I could have killed them.
Yeah, he was freaked out.
Yeah, I don't blame him. That was definitely not his. That was not his fault at all.
But yeah, I mean, pretty
a scary. Yeah.
For V-Carb, that was really the only kind of moment for them too during the race. You know.
Yeah, because I think Gabby passed Hadjar at one point with a nice overtake on the inside. I think that was.
Yeah, I think it was exactly the same situation I just said. It was the outside of turn 1, and then turn 2, he just went to the inside because he was positioned there and got through.
I will say, maybe with the exception of Hadjar, the rookies showed out this weekend.
They really did, honestly.
Like obviously, if Ollie P4, who was this close to a podium,
oh god, that would have been beautiful.
You have Kimmy, who ended up having a great battle with Oscar and like near the end, and then you have who else? Well, you have Ollie, Gabby in the points,
Kimmy,
great,
Gabby with the pass on Hadjar.
So it's really 3 of them, but yeah, because then you have Franco and Liam and Hadjar and stuff near the end. But yeah, I mean, some of the true rookies, I guess you could say, even though Ollie's not a true rookie, they showed out. So
no, I mean, I guess from there, I mean, let's just go into Ollie and his race. I mean,
good race for Haas in general.
Good race for Haas in general. I mean, it's just like that is a moment that he is going to remember forever. Ollie, you know, like, and it's crazy because it's like you're talking about somebody finishing in P4, but it's like that is P1 as far as he cares. Like,
well, P3 for the majority of the race as well.
Yeah.
I mean, his battle with Max at the beginning is ballsy. I mean, he even said, he was like, "I'm shit my pants."
Right? Like, imagine the realization of that, like, after it's done. You're like, because in the moment, your adrenaline's going, you know, you're focused on the race, and then it's like, afterwards, you're like, oh, holy shit, I was doing that against Max Verstappen. Like,
of all people, Max.
Of all people, right. Of all people to do that against, it's Max Verstappen. And it's like, oh, I can't imagine the thoughts that were going through his head. I mean, you love it. It's so nice to see these stories kind of come out during the season. And it's like, especially too, because it's like, again, we had another race, no cuts to the garages, except for Mr. Ollie's father. I'm going to butcher their last name. Ollie's father. It's like, and that's perfect. That's who we want to see. And that's
the reaction I wanted.
Right. That's who we want to see. And also in the situation where we want to see somebody in the garage. Like, that's perfect right there.
It was literally 2 seconds. It wasn't like it was a long drawn out cut where like they were just watching him and then kept it on him awkwardly. It was him in the heat of the moment being like, yes, let's go.
Yeah, like freaking out.
Side note, I will say earlier in the weekend, we got a shot of Albon's girlfriend in the garage. I think during qualifying, maybe.
Okay.
Or FP3. It was a lot. It was a iconic. Those are what their shots are with the girlfriends. They're like on them for way too long, and sees you gone. She looks at the camera and literally mouths, "I'm sorry." Like they all know. I felt so bad.
Oh god, and I'm sure she is in the trenches of seeing what people are posting online and everything. Whoa. I can fully see that for Lily.
Her herself has been put in the trenches for this past week after USGP. Alex posted like a dump and stuff, and she commented, "Save a horse, ride a tractor," and then should have commented again and be like, "Guys, I didn't mean it in relating to a car." People thought she was calling the Williams car a tractor, but I mean, it kind of has been for Alex recently. So, but yeah, that's side note. But yeah, Ollie's dad was the cutback we wanted to see to the garage. And if there's one person I do want to see in the garage, it is Ollie Bierman's dad, because he's so into it.
He's so into it. He is so into it, and it's so good. Which, like, it's your son driving. Of course you're going to be into it. Like, it makes complete sense. But it's, like, also just, like, seeing that energy. Like, again, that's the garage cuts that we want to see, because, like, that's going to fire us up to be like, oh, this is so cool. Like, his dad's there watching. Yeah, like, not the girlfriends that are there watching every single race day in and day out and look like they could care less. Like,
no, and that's what I think. I don't know if it was his interview with F1 TV or another newscast, which first, I say this all the time, him with, like, Laura Winters and the F1 TV crew, they normally talk to him after every race. Like, first. He's so good. He's so funny. But they said, I think it was them. They said something about, like, they showed your dad, and he goes, "Oh, God, I don't even want to know what he did."
That's awesome.
Well, because he became a meme last year during, what was it, Jeddah? When he was in the car,
when Ollie
in the
was
Ferrari.
stressed out the whole time.
Yeah.
The poor man was going through the ringer with that.
If anything, we should have known what Ollie... I mean, I think we've all known what Ollie is capable after watching him get in Carlos Sainz's car last year with that Ferrari that was 10 times better than this year's Ferrari, and fighting off Lewis, fighting off Lando for the majority of the race. He is... Someone posted today his photo of him in the Ferrari race suit. People were like, the future, because, it's definitely...
It's coming, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we see him and Charles in the future, unless Charles leaves.
I would not be shocked if he gets up to the Ferrari one day. Because, I think it's when he's put in a good scenario where he's given the chance to fight properly, he fought well. He fought extremely well, this past weekend.
And, I mean, he literally is Charles reincarnated because he's grown up through the FDA and stuff. He is, he is the second coming, I feel like. But, I mean, even holding off George for so long, at one point, it got down to under a second, I think. Never mattered. He just picked up pace and started going. And never, the Mercedes, literally watching the Mercedes try and catch the Haas, I was like, whoa, what is happening? But I think the one thing I do love, F1 TV post-race show, even though there was a ton of technical difficulties and F1 TV was not working with it, it started playing quality highlights. I posted, someone's like, it's showing me Australia. I don't know what's happening.
All the way back to the beginning of the season.
Yeah. They talked to Io, and Chris Medlin was like, I can see you're getting emotional. I know what this means for the team. And Io, I think, was the perfect fit to bring in as team principal, and it's definitely paid off.
It's
working. Do feel like Gunther was somewhere watching, smiling, because that was obviously a good...
I'm sure he was having a great time. Yeah.
But yeah, hats off to Ollie. I was very, very, very impressed.
I loved it too. It was great.
And his battle with Max, when I was watching it again, like I said earlier, so good.
Perfect. So yeah. Good.
Yeah. But yes. And then, like you said, Ocon finished P9. So, great points. I think I saw Ollie finishing P4 matches Haas's best finish ever, with Romain Grosjean finished P4 in a race.
Yes, I did see that as well, yeah.
F1 posted that one. But, yes, that was, like we said, the rookies. Should we go into Mercedes?
Sure. I mean, honestly, the only thing that I have to talk about Mercedes is Mr.
George's crash out.
Sassy Pants himself. George's, I mean, that's the perfect way to put it. He's fucking crash out in the middle of the race.
I'll send you the TikTok. Someone put it to classical music like they did.
I love those.
To Albon at the beginning of the season. Someone did it to him. I mean, he was low-key being annoying. I don't think Kimi was that much slower.
No, he wasn't that much slower than him. And where I found it really annoying was his whole thing with Max at the start of the race. And it's Max was a car length ahead of you, dude.
That's what they show the replay, and Palmer's Max is so far ahead.
Yeah, well, that's where I posted. I was like, you don't have a case here.
No.
He was a car length ahead of you well before the turn. And it was just you don't stop complaining,
Yeah.
And then for it to roll into the whole thing with when I think it was Oscar came up behind him, and he was I have a McLaren behind me, and do you want me to let him pass too, and everything, and it was just no, stop it, don't be an ass.
I was waiting for Mercedes to be whoa, his engineer did keep hitting back with him no matter how many times George brought him up. Drive your car, because Oscar was going to overtake both of them. I mean, they played the first swap out perfectly, because Oscar was literally on land, or
it was so close. It was a very dangerous spot for a swap.
But it worked out perfectly. I mean, Kimi played a team game, but the minute Oscar gets George, Kimmy's are we swapping back?
Yeah. Well, and you know what? Honestly, good for Kimi. Yeah. Just because you're 18 and you're a rookie doesn't mean you can't ask those questions. Hey, he got him when are we going back now? Like,
I do have something to say though. Toto wasn't there this weekend.
You know what? I was wondering that. I did not know that going into this weekend, and I realized about halfway through the race, I was like, I have not seen one shot of Toto yet.
Yeah, Toto wasn't here this weekend because people were joking around when George went and watched FP1 in the stadium section, in like the wrestling mask. People were like, "Oh, when Toto's out, they can like have fun."
They can do that.
I think if Toto was there, that rant from George was not going to fly.
Oh, no, that would have been shut down.
Yeah.
I think George still would have said it, but it probably would have been a little bit more thought about, and it probably would have been shut down a little bit quicker than what it was. You know?
I mean, yes,
Funny
George
as shit,
has a contract for next year, but like his future with Mercedes is not very concrete. So he is still fighting, but yeah, I mean, it was a funny crash out, and someone setting it to
classical
music.
Good.
Thank you so much for doing that because it's so good.
I mean, that's just it just makes it 10 times funnier when it's set to classical music. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I missed the like beginning part of it. So all of a sudden, I come back in and I'm like, why is George losing his goddamn mind? I'm like, what the hell is happening? But it was genuinely one of the funniest things I think I've ever seen while watching a Formula One race. So I will hands up to George on that one. I like it.
Two things. Someone said they voted him driver of the day solely for his radios because it kept them entertained.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
Like, you know what? I respect it. And then someone else said he pulled out his 2019 Rookie of the Year PowerPoint presentation in like that video him, Alex, and Lando did because he was giving a full-on speech on there.
Yeah. The whole novel he gave was incredible. Like in the middle of that race.
And then the sigh of relief when he gets to go past Kimmy, I was like, George, how old are you?
Yeah. It's just fucking nuts.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, Kimmy overall had a very good weekend. He was quick all weekend.
Yeah. He did, I'm trying to think, because all of a sudden I like just lost my train of thought completely. I'm like, can't remember anything about Kimmy. I just like literally just gone from my mind.
FP1 he finished P2.
Right.
FP3 he finished FP2 he finished third.
Right. Quali he was what? 7th quali? Because Oscar was 6th.
He was 6th. Remember everyone jumped up because Carlos had a 5 place.
But I thought Oscar was starting P6. Or was Oscar P7?
No. Oscar was P7 because Carlos dropped underneath Oscar.
Okay. I was flipping through in my head.
Yeah. But, Kimmy, last weekend Kimmy looked good as well. So,
yeah.
I go back to when Mark and I were talking about the underwhelming comments after Monza, and I think that was truly to light a fire under Kimmy.
Oh, I can 100% believe it. Yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah. Mercedes. Who were you going to go to next early?
Red Bull?
Yeah, because it really was not a good weekend for them.
No. Yuki, it's sad to see him struggle so much, especially since I know, I didn't see the clip itself, but I heard the rumblings of the media pen was not a lot of fun for him after the race.
Yeah, he was not really happy. Max wasn't either all weekend.
Yeah, but, it was okay weekend for Yuki. He did fine, but yeah, the whole spiel with Max at the start of the race, made for an incredible start. I was shocked that Max didn't put it into the wall on turn 1.
I held my breath when they went 4 wide. I held my breath.
I was really interested in Julian Palmer's analysis of the start as the race was going on, because he said the same thing. He's like, he goes, this car control is incredible for Max to not just put it in the wall here. He was like, he was going so fast, so late into this turn, and then he's on grass, and it's like, holy shit. And then he's like, the fact that he was able to save it, get it back on the track, and continue and finish this race in its entirety, incredible.
I feel like someone with less experience would have crashed.
Oh,
would have wrecked the car.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, they would have been out at the start. Yeah, no, I mean, that's just Max's experience. But I mean, the VSC. Okay, we didn't really talk about Williams yet, but.
Oh no, you're right. We did not.
I see it both sides. We can talk about Williams here as well. So obviously,
yeah, because they caused it and everything. Yeah.
Alex Albon really nothing to really report on this weekend. I feel like it was Alex was having brake issues the entire weekend. So
Right.
of all Williams drivers, I thought that was gonna retire from the race. I thought it was gonna be Alex Albon,
Yeah, honestly.
but it was not. It was Carlos. I don't know if he had contact at the start. He said he did post race. I think he had a small contact. So
I didn't see anything.
No, I don't either, but something did happen where I do think his pit limiter was broken, which is why he was caught speeding twice.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the speeds, the second time he was almost like 10. Like the first one is very small, whereas like, did you really need to give him a penalty for that? Which is what he got the 5-second penalty
5 seconds for, yeah.
And then the second one he got the drive-through penalty for. He's almost like 10, not miles per hour, whatever the term.
KPH.
Yeah, KPH over the speed limit. So
yeah.
I do think his pit limiter was broken, so that's where I can see someone saying unfair, like if they're talking about Carlos.
Yeah.
I can see it being unfair because that's not something he can.
Right, it's not like they can fix that in the middle of the race.
No, and it maybe not something he can find out in the middle of the race if it's broken or not, but I mean, maybe also at the same time, if Carlos is thinking that, he just goes in super slow into the pit lane. I mean, you're not winning. You're not going to win the race. So, just sacrifice instead of getting a drive-through penalty, which, I feel like this is the second time this season we've seen one. But yeah, I did feel bad. But yes, obviously, Carlos spun and then pulled off into the stadium section. And at first, it's only a yellow flag. And then obviously the VSC comes out with a lap and a half to go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or half a lap to go. And, I mean, at that point, it neutralized the race because there was no other the best spot for Max to overtake Charles was turn 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
And then I think there was one other spot, and that's when the VSC came out, and Alex Jakes was like, this is the other spot he could have got.
Yeah.
But obviously it didn't. So that did kind of neutralize the race. Maybe that's also where the Max fans say it's unfair.
Right.
With the VSC, but when you see...
No, I thought she was going to be.
When you see the photo, Carlos wasn't fully pulled off.
Yeah.
Here's the barrier when he pulls off. He was only like this. So the majority of his car was still sticking out. And yes, obviously, there was huge runoff zones there. So with a half a lap to go, you would hope no one's going to run off and cause anything. What you find out later is his brakes were on fire and they were smoking. So they could not move his car.
Yeah.
Which is why the VSC came out. And then as soon as they were able to move the car, the VSC ended. So that's the whole VSC
I think I understand at first it's like he pulled off. He pulled it into a track opening to kind of get out of the way. Why is there a VSC? But then yes, when you see that photo and it's still like more than 50% of the car is kind of sticking out from it. And then the addition of his brakes are on fire, we cannot move it. Yeah. Is like, I mean if you're a Max fan, it sucks. I mean that is brutal. But the way it looked and the way it kind of played out is they called the VSC because they had to. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as they had the opportunity to get rid of it, they did. You know, it was like, hey, we understand it's the last lap, and Charles and Max, I think, were literally 5 feet away from turn 1, and they green flagged it. But, like, that's them being like, we want to give Max as many opportunities as we can to overtake again. You know?
And not have the race end under a VSC, because that's not fun to watch.
That's never fun to watch.
Yeah, what's her name? Legally Motorsport on Threads. She was there, and she was literally in the stadium section, so she saw it. And she goes, she said the minute Carlos' car was out of the way, the VSC ended. Like, the second it happened, it was done. So, she was like, yeah, you could tell and you could smell that his brakes were smoking and on fire. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, other than that, that car was definitely for Max. That car was not hooked up to what we've seen the past few weeks. I think the high altitude definitely messed with a lot of cars. I do think so. And then we got treated to a Max and Charles battle at the end, and we could have had an even longer battle at the end without that DSC. That's the thing I hate the most.
That's what we got robbed of. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean we saw a beautiful one with him and Lando, but Charles and Max, there's something about watching those two race together.
Well, I mean, we've talked about it how many times. They just know how to race each other.
Yeah. Well, you go to the Max and Lewis situation at the beginning of the race. They're going back and forth against each other on lap 6, like pushing each other off the track. Someone posted and went, wow, Max really only knows how to race Charles and Max.
It is funny because it's like, it's not true in your head, like logically you're thinking about it. You're like, I know it's not true, but then it's like, there's all this evidence just to be like, Max only knows how to race against Charles. It's so every clean. Battle with Charles is clean and respectful and awesome to watch, and then it's like
and
Lewis,
so entertaining.
They're both throwing each other into the grass and everything, and it's like, what the fuck is happening?
Maybe it's both of them when they're battling each other. They get like thrown back in time in like 2021, and they're like, no, this
absolutely not.
Not happening. Yeah, no, that was honey, but obviously. People's insight, maybe it was Carlos being a teammate for Charles at the end to secure
one last
him
time.
Too.
Just one last time for Carlos.
Yeah, but I mean, Red Bull, Max is still in the fight, even though he finished P3. He's still in the fight. Well, we have a lot of 1-point battles going on right now.
1-point battle for the top spot,
and 1-point battle for second in the constructors.
Yeah, it is insane.
Yeah, Max is only 35 points behind Oscar, so he's 36 points behind Lando. He's still easily in this with 2 sprint races coming up.
Yeah.
And one is in Brazil.
I'm so happy you say that. I was just about to say that. One of those races is Brazil. We know he loves Brazil.
And honestly, give him the 10-place grid penalty for the PU change, because we saw him do it last year, go from the back to the front.
Have him do it again. Oh, that'd be so nice.
I'm so excited for him. He's already teasing something for saying tomorrow. I think it's a special helmet.
Good.
Well, I think this is me in my brain logically now, so follow along. I think maybe he thinks of Brazil more as a home race now that he is a child with someone who was born and raised in Brazil.
Oh, interesting.
So his daughter is half Brazilian, half Dutch. The Paquette and Verstappen genes in that child. God forbid.
I want a MaxVerstappen helmet with the kid's face just right.
No, they hide her face so much. I don't think we're seeing it.
That's the reveal.
I mean, with the way the genes are in that family, with his sister's kids, that she probably looks exactly like Max. But yeah, he's already teasing something. Maybe it's an all pink helmet and special boots because she's a girl. Yeah, but that's cool. Where my mind went to it. So I feel like he might be even more on a run in 2 weeks in Brazil.
To try to make Brazil a special race.
And if there's a chance of rain, he's winning.
He's winning. Yeah, winning.
I'm sorry, he's winning.
No doubt in my mind.
He's winning. We were going to be in for a vintage Max Classic. You can bookmark that now. We're going to be in for a good one.
We're in for it.
But yeah, like we said, he's still in it. Who are we going to next?
Ferrari.
Okay. 2 weeks in a row, I can talk about
thumbs
Ferrari.
Up?
With the thumbs up. I don't know what's happening, but I'll take it. Qualifying, I would tell you, I was highly surprised. Highly surprised we got that 2-3. I just saw the door open in the window. Yeah.
She's alright.
Yeah, highly surprised about the 2-3, I will say.
Right.
I posted and I said, so I just need to go into each race weekend with no expectations from
No
Ferrari.
expectations
whatsoever. It works out every time.
Yeah.
Last week and this week, I think there's enough solid evidence to keep going with that kind of case study.
Yeah.
So excited now.
I know. Just sort of riled up all of a sudden.
But yeah, obviously we have the situation with Lewis. We can start there. I do think the 10 seconds was a little much.
Yeah.
But I think it was Jakes or Palmer. That is the textbook rule for what you get.
We have a squeaky toy.
Wait, I thought she was gonna jump up.
Nah, she's on my leg though.
Okay. What was I saying? Lewis. Yes.
Yes.
I do think
Lewis.
it was. I do think 10 seconds was maybe not. He wasn't fully in the clear. I will say that. But on the replay, when you see the overhead shot on the replay, I don't know where Charles was supposed to go. Because you have Max, Charles, Lewis. I don't know where Charles was supposed to go. If he went anywhere, he would have taken him and Lewis out, and they would have been out of the race. What are you gonna say?
No, it's. I do agree with you. It's just like it's. I don't know. It's so tough. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like comparing in my mind too much to Coda last weekend, where it was like the whole McLaren Nico Hulkenberg situation. Yeah. So it's like, where was Oscar supposed to go? You know, and you were in here for 5 seconds, and now it's.
Well. On the replay. Like I say, Lewis wasn't doing it on purpose. I do think Charles said it after the race. Charles said Lewis didn't know Max was on the other side of Charles. Like, There's no way for him to find out. So, ideally, maybe Lewis only thinks it's him and Charles, and he's wondering why Charles then goes off because he thought he had enough track left. So, if you don't know Max is on the other side. But yeah, like I said, now, do I think the FIA can be unfair sometimes to certain drivers? Yeah, I mean,
I think there's definitely a little bit of a skew there sometimes. Yeah.
I mean, we have Alonso saying it a lot of the times that it's only Spanish drivers that get penalties.
Right.
Like Lewis has faced a lot of backlash for things before, so I do think that. But I mean, Lewis still had a decent, besides the 10-second penalty, he made a decent ground post.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he came back from that well and had a solid recovery following that. The 10-second penalty being dished out to him. I agree.
Yeah. I will say, when Oscar, Kimi, and Lewis pulled in for the second pit stop, I was like,
yeah. That was a loaded pit stop. That was such a...
But shout out to McLaren. They aced that pit stop.
Yeah, what was that? Was that 2-2?
Yeah, that was their best one. That was the fastest pit stop of the race. But they pulled that off well. But then you have Charles. I don't think Charles was in the wrong for any of the race start as well, because I know people are saying that Charles should have got a penalty. Charles should have given the position back to Lewis, because he did give the position back, obviously, to
Lando
and stuff. Yeah. But, I mean, still, that was his 50th podium with Ferrari, so a milestone podium with Ferrari. 7th of the season, I think, podium-wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, still, it was a... Well, by the end, him and Lando were so far out before Max caught up. So, like, him and Lando were just in clean air kind of for the majority of the race. But then, yeah.
Just cruising.
We have the battle with Max where you knew it was going to be good. And then the BSC came out. But, yeah, overall, good too. It was a good back-to-back for Ferrari, I have to say.
I mean, I thought it was the whole thing with Lewis was it wasn't bad. It was just, it was sad to watch because it finally felt like Ferrari's weekend to do something and get Lewis and Charles on the podium. So it was tough watching that happen to him. But like I said, I think Lewis had a good recovery race following, what had happened and everything. And I think that Charles had a solid race overall too. I mean, podium finish, like you said, 50th podium with the team, 7th this season. It was like, all right, cool.
And I mean, out of all the cars this season, that's the one when he ends up putting, like, that Ferrari should not be on the podium with how awful it's been recently. But yeah, I will say, Tasia was there, obviously. If everyone follows Tasia, she was in Mexico. Her faves, Lewis, Max, Carlos.
Oh, yes.
She was ready to go home by the end.
She was losing it, losing her mind.
she kept being like, give me an update. And I think when Carlos got his drive-through, I just went, I'm so sorry, Carlos is going to drive-through. I didn't want to tell her. I didn't want to tell her. I was so sad.
Should have just waited till it came over the loudspeaker or something in the stands.
But yeah. McLaren?
I say this every time. I'm like, oh, I'll keep it short because it's blah blah blah. That was that type of weekend that we just witnessed from Lando.
It's what he needed all season.
It's what he needed all season. It's what he needs to do for the rest of the season to win.
Yep.
That is what he needs to do. Qualifying. Great lap to put it on pole. Fantastic lap to put it on pole. Beautiful. The race start. He nails the race start for once. And just pulls away immediately. And
if he hesitated, he would have been screwed. He would have been. It would have been 5.
He would have been in that mess. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He nailed that race start, and then just a clear, dominant, like a I know that I'm here to win this race kind of drive. And it's like watching that was like it was like as clear as like in other sports, it's like that was a clear team win and everything. Like that was a clear Lando win. That's exactly what it felt like, and it was. I literally just like watching it. I'm like, this is what he needed to do, and this is what he needs to do for the rest of the year.
No, it's exactly what he needs to do the rest of the year. But I think the other two are gonna have.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It's gonna be so tough for him to do that because it's Oscar and Max behind him, and it's like you literally have 1 point separating between Lando and Oscar, and I mean like. As a viewer, that's fantastic. I love that. As a Lando fan, I'm like, fuck that. 1 point. I mean, in this sport, 1 point is nothing. It might as well be a tie game.
2 sprints and 4 races coming up.
Right. It might as well be like a time game, and it's like, sure. I mean, it literally feels like it's 0-0 at the start of a hockey game. Like that's what it is because we have, like you said, 2 sprints left. And 4-4, it's like there's so much time left in this season still, and it's just like holy shit,
Yeah. And when you look at it, obviously, you didn't even talk about what's his name, Oscar. What is his name?
Oscar.
Yeah, about his performance, but like it has been noted the past. I think someone said it this weekend, and I literally went, wow, this is only his 3rd season, Oscar Piastri.
Yeah.
It's only his 3rd season.
He's disgusting, Oscar.
And I think his first 2 seasons, these 2 races, or like the tracks on the North American continent, are not his strong suit for some reason. Last year, he went through a slump with these 2 past races, like, maybe the year before he did as well, but McLaren wasn't the best that season. So, like, it's just, like, I think he's over the slump. I mean, he had a great recovery.
A great recovery. He needed 4th to retain lead in the championship, and he got 5th. So it's like, he did as best as he could, Like, it was a great drive from him. And, I mean, it's like, it is... Every race, it becomes more and more evident that this thing is going to Abu Dhabi. It is going all the way to the end of the season.
There's a part of me is like, do all 3 of them take the grid penalty and change out their power unit in Brazil? Because it's Brazil.
Honestly,
you can easily overtake in Brazil, so you can make up the points, and then you have a brand new power unit for the last 4 races of the season.
That's the thing. I mean, that's the sole reason why a lot of people do take the grid penalty, because it's so easy to overtake in Brazil. But it's like, I feel like specifically between the 3 of them, it's gonna be a waiting game to see who does it first. You know, like they're all. It's the scene from The Office where they're all pointing the finger guns at each other, and it's like, who's moving first? Like who's gonna take it first? And then it's like, as soon as the first person takes it, then the other 2 immediately take it, because it's like, okay, they're doing it, I'm gonna do it too. I can't fight him with a new PSU when I'm running an old PSU.
Yeah. There's just, I mean, there was part of me this weekend at one point, I was like, is there something like weirdly wrong with Oscar's car? Because he was so far off of Lando.
Yeah.
Like, way too far off. And I'm not going to, listen, I'm not on the, he's being sabotaged, they're
Tinfoil hat time.
favoring Lando. Yeah, like, I'm not a part of that. But there was a part of me at one point being like, is, like, his floor broken? Like, is there something not okay with the car? But I do think, like we said, his race was ended up being great. McLaren pit stop, I think. Well, I said, is the curse of the second pit stop over? Someone said no, there was just a long enough break in between.
Yeah.
The gun was able to cool down, so it might not be fully over yet. Yeah, the only thing I have a question for you about McLaren. So they always go to Lando to maybe do a two stop for Oscar, and they want Lando's advice. Obviously, they are on the same team, but they're also championship rivals.
Are you okay?
Do you like? What do you think?
Are you saying like, what do I think about them going to Lando for his advice?
Yeah, for advice to help out Oscar.
Leave it. You can't do that. You can't do that right now. You could do that if it was Australia. You could do that if it was the first 5 races of the season.
You could do that 2 weeks ago when they were trying to win the constructors.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. That's the best way to put it. You can do that as long as you're fighting to win the constructors. This is the same thing that I talked about, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago, where it was like McLaren no longer has the excuse of constructors that comes first. You know, it is now strictly a driver's fight between the two of them. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think it's crazy a little bit to have, yes, albeit teammates, the 2 drivers that are leading the drivers' championship right now, and going to the one and being like, "Hey, what do you think we should do?" Like, no, he's not going to give you a good answer.
God forbid Lando gives good advice. It helps out Oscar. Oscar comes back and finishes P3. Oscar's still in the lead.
Right. Lando's not going to do that.
No.
Yeah, again, it's like, this is like the least like worst thing that they did with this whole fight between the two.
Oh, yeah.
It's still like, why? Why are you asking that question? You have race strategists for this reason. Like,
it's like,
don't burden your driver with trying to figure it out.
It's like Max going over the radio in 2021 being like, can you ask Lewis what he thinks of the tires? Like, no.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you have Alex Albon, who they're asking about, like, his opinion about tires, and Carlos is already on those ones, and he's like, can you ask the other car?
Yeah, can you talk to the other person?
Who's on the tires you're asking me if I want to go on to see how they are? Yeah, that was my only, like, McLaren? Are you okay? But,
it's just,
no. Overall,
they just, like, they cannot make up their mind. It's just, again, I sound like a broken record saying it, but they need to commit to somebody.
Yeah. But they're not going to at this point with 1 point in between them.
No. Because guess what? If the news broke tomorrow that they're like, we're going to go to Lando for the rest of the season, we're going to prioritize Lando, the world will burn.
I think Drive to Survive would even go after them. Because Drive to Survive is sitting in the corner every race weekend watching this championship battle go to 1 point with 4 races to go, being like, yes. Like,
yes. Lovely. Awesome.
They are painting the narrative in their head. They can't, if they came out and said we're going with Lando.
Oh, yeah.
When Max is on a tear, and they easily, this is what I said to Frey a few weeks ago. I think when it was whole repercussions, and I was like, if I was McLaren and you get the constructors, why are you going to bottle a potential 1-2 in the Drivers' Championship and get a 1-3? If you're a 1-2 in the Drivers' Championship and 1 in the constructors, you're literally the best in the game.
Nobody else is on top of you.
Like, why are you going to potentially bottle a 1-2? Yeah, that's where I was like, are Zach Brown and Andrea Stella thinking of that? But I think Andrea Stella probably was. But
yes,
McLaren. Like we said, okay weekend for them. A dominant performance from Lando. I will say that was a great I mean, he looked like Max 2023. He was like 25 seconds ahead.
That's what I'm saying. That's what he needs to do. That is what he needed.
His first pit stop, he came out in first still. Like, that was the cushion he had.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't think I realized how short Mexico was. Like,
it is tiny. They get around it quick. Yeah.
Yeah, they're almost like it was like, I think the fastest time was a 1:15.
Yeah, it's very fast.
Yeah. Very quick. But yeah. No race this weekend. I think that's okay. I'll take it.
I'll take a break. Yeah. I'll take a break.
We have Brazil and then boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
I fear I need to watch every race with you till the end of the season because I think honestly, to just watch the way you are reacting to McLaren.
Ask Ange. It's like I'll be sitting there, she's sitting there watching a race with me, and they do something stupid. I literally just be like, "What the fuck?" Like it's insane. It's just
did you notice in the reaction from lap 1, turn 1? I'm literally nervous before it even starts.
Yeah, you're freaking out.
I'm freaking out. I couldn't even speak because I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen, and then all chaos broke.
Yes,
but yeah. We have there's a lot of racing left.
Tons of racing left.
Some fun tracks. Brazil, Vegas, Qatar, Abu Dhabi. We got some good ones. Yeah. Do you have anything else you would like to add?
I got nothing. Just, yeah.
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 That's all I have to say.
That's it. I don't know what else to say, honestly.
No, I don't either. I can close this out. But yes, as we just said, that's all we have for today. Here, I thought it was going to be a short episode.
So did I.
And it's over an hour, so you're welcome, people. Can you shut up out there?
At least it's not a dog squeaking a toy right near you.
It's like, whoever that is, it was so annoying. I feel like they were going slow purposely down the hill so you hear their car. Yes, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next week with some predictions for Brazil. We'll see if there's potential of rain or not, because it's Brazil, so.
Yeah.
We had sunset lap last week. Next week we get thunderstorm lap.
Oh, yeah.
The other side of the skyfall edit. But yes, we will see you all next week. As always, please follow us over on our socials. They've been scrolling at the bottom the entire time. I want to let you know at the beginning, wherever you listen to your podcast, please go give us a like, comment, subscribe. And that's all we have.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out.
People. Thanks for listening to Maggie's Speaker Tour.
Yes, thank you for that.
Goodbye, people.
See you later, people.